Hello, everyone, and welcome back to EasyTalk English. I'm Linda, and I'm really happy you're here with us today. In this podcast, we talk about real-life topics using simple and natural English, so you can feel more confident when you speak. Today's topic is something very personal and very common.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex. Let me ask you a simple question before we begin. Have you ever felt like you were not good enough? Maybe you were doing something, but inside you were not sure about yourself. That feeling can be very quiet, but also very strong.
Yeah, I think many people feel that way, even when they are doing well. You can have good results, and people may say you are doing great, but inside you still doubt yourself. You might think, maybe I'm not really good, or maybe I can't do this.
Exactly. And that's what we call self-doubt. But it's important to understand this clearly. Self-doubt is not the truth. It's just a feeling. It's something that happens in your mind, not a fact about who you are.
That's right. And sometimes your mind can be your biggest critic. You think about your mistakes, your weaknesses, and what you cannot do. And that voice inside your head can make you feel smaller than you really are.
So in today's episode, we're going to talk about this together. We'll explore what self-doubt really is, why we feel it, and how it affects our thoughts and actions. We'll also share some simple ways to deal with it step by step.
And of course, we'll help you talk about this topic in English in a simple and natural way, because being able to express your thoughts and feelings is very important in real-life conversations.
Here's one idea for you to think about while you listen. Sometimes the problem is not your ability, but your belief in yourself.
So if you enjoy learning English through real conversations like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to EasyTalk English. And now, let's start with a simple conversation. You know, when we talk about self-doubt, I remember times when I did something well, but I still didn't feel good enough. People told me I did a great job, but inside, I was not confident. I kept thinking about small mistakes instead of what I did right.
Yeah, I understand that feeling. For me, sometimes I don't even try because I already think I might fail. I say to myself, maybe I can't do it, before I even start. That thought stops me from taking action.
Exactly, and I think overthinking makes it worse. I keep thinking about what I did wrong, and I forget about what I did well. Even small mistakes feel very big in my mind.
Right. And when that happens, it becomes hard to trust yourself. You don't feel sure about your decisions, and you keep asking, is this right? Or am I good enough? That lack of trust creates more doubt.
Yes, and sometimes I say simple things like, I don't feel confident, or I'm not sure about myself. These sentences sound simple, but they describe a very real feeling.
Exactly. And I also feel that sometimes. I might say I am afraid to try because I'm already thinking about failure. Even before I begin, I don't believe in myself.
And that's the difficult part. Nothing outside is stopping you, but your own thoughts are. You feel like something is holding you back, but it's coming from inside your mind.
Yeah, and that's why self-doubt is so powerful. It doesn't need a real problem outside. It can exist even when everything is okay.
So maybe we can say it like this. Sometimes the biggest problem is not outside, it's inside your mind.
Exactly. And I think many people listening right now can relate to that feeling. And that's why it's important to understand it and talk about it.
So let's start with a simple question. What is self-doubt? In a very simple way, self-doubt means not believing in yourself. It's when you are not sure about your ability, your decisions, or your value. Even when you are capable, you still feel unsure inside.
Yeah, I think that's a very clear definition. Self-doubt doesn't always come from reality. It happens in your mind. You may be doing something well, but your thoughts tell you that it's not enough or that you might fail.
Exactly, and that's why it can be confusing. From the outside, everything looks okay, but inside you feel uncertain. You might question yourself, even in simple situations, and that makes things more difficult.
Right, and I think it's important to say that self-doubt is a very common feeling. Almost everyone experiences it at some point. It's not something special or unusual, it's just part of being human.
Yes, and sometimes it appears when you try something new or when you care about the result. The more something matters to you, the more you may doubt yourself. You want to do well, but you are not sure if you can.
Exactly, and that's when you start saying things like, I doubt myself, or I don't feel confident. These thoughts may not be true, but they feel real in that moment.
You might also say, I'm not sure about myself, when you feel uncertain about your choices. Or, I feel not good enough, when you compare yourself to others or focus on your weaknesses.
Yeah, and these sentences are simple, but they describe a very real experience. They show how self-doubt affects your thinking and your emotions.
And the important thing to remember is that self-doubt is just a feeling. It is not the truth about who you are. It comes and goes, and it can change over time.
Exactly, and once you understand that, you can start to see your thoughts more clearly. You don't have to believe every doubt in your mind.
Now let's talk about why we feel self-doubt. I think one of the biggest reasons is the fear of failure. When you are afraid to fail, you start to question yourself before you even try. You might think, what if I can't do it? And that thought creates doubt in your mind.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes. Even before I start something new, I already imagine the worst result. I say to myself, I'm afraid to fail, and that fear makes me feel less confident.
Exactly. And another important reason is past mistakes. When you remember something that didn't go well before, it can affect how you feel now. You might think, I made mistakes before, so you believe it will happen again.
Right, and those memories can stay in your mind for a long time. Even if the situation is different, your mind still connects it to the past. That's why past experiences can create doubt in the present.
Yes, and comparison is also a big reason. When you compare yourself to others, you may feel like you are not good enough. You look at what others are doing and you think they are better than you.
Exactly, and I think many people say, I compare myself to others without realizing how much it affects them. When you focus too much on others, you forget your own progress and your own strengths.
And that leads to another reason, which is low confidence. When you don't believe in yourself, it becomes easier to doubt everything you do. Even small decisions can feel difficult because you are not sure about yourself.
Yeah, and when you don't feel confident, your mind starts to create negative thoughts. You might say, I don't feel confident, even if you have the ability to do something well.
So when we look at these reasons, fear of failure, past mistakes, comparison, and low confidence, we can see that self-doubt comes from both our experiences and our thoughts.
Exactly. And you can express these feelings with simple sentences. You can say, I am afraid to fail, or I made mistakes before, to explain your thoughts.
You can also say, I compare myself to others, or I don't feel confident, when you want to describe how you feel inside.
These sentences are simple, but they help you understand where your self-doubt comes from. And when you understand the reasons, it becomes easier to deal with it step by step.
Now let's look at some common situations where people feel self-doubt. One of the most common is when you start something new. It can be a new job, a new class, or even a small new habit. New situations often feel scary because you don't know what will happen.
Yeah, I feel that a lot. When something is new, I usually think, I'm not sure if I can do this. Even before I try, I already feel unsure. That's when I might say, I'm afraid to start because I don't feel confident yet.
Exactly. And another common situation is speaking in public. Many people feel nervous when they have to talk in front of others. Even if they know what to say, they still doubt themselves and worry about making mistakes.
Right. And that's when fear can stop action. You want to speak, but your mind tells you not to. You might think, I don't feel ready, even if you actually are prepared.
Yes, and making decisions is also a situation where self-doubt appears. Sometimes you have to choose something important, but you are not sure what is right. You keep thinking about different options and feel confused.
Exactly. And in those moments, you might say, I'm not sure what to do. That uncertainty makes it hard to move forward, and you may delay your decision because you are afraid of making the wrong choice.
Another common situation is trying new skills. When you learn something new, you are not good at it yet, and that can make you doubt yourself. You compare your beginner level with others who are more experienced.
Yeah, and that comparison can make you feel nervous. You might think, I'm not good at this, or maybe I can't do it. That feeling can stop you from continuing, even though learning takes time.
So when we look at these situations, starting something new, speaking in public, making decisions, and trying new skills, we can see that self-doubt often appears when we are outside our comfort zone.
Exactly. And you can describe these moments with simple sentences. You can say, I'm afraid to start, or I don't feel ready, when you feel unsure at the beginning.
You can also say, I'm not sure what to do when you feel confused, or I feel nervous when you feel anxious in a situation.
These sentences are simple, but they clearly describe what many people feel. And when you recognize these situations, you can start to understand your self-doubt better.
Now let's talk about how self-doubt actually feels. I think one of the most common feelings is being nervous. When you want to do something, but you are not sure about yourself, your body and your mind feel tense. Even simple situations can make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Sometimes I say, I feel nervous even before I start. It's like my mind is already worried about what might go wrong, even if nothing has happened yet.
Exactly. And another feeling is being insecure. You don't feel strong or confident about yourself. You may think that others are better than you, and that makes you feel smaller.
Right, and that insecurity can turn into anxiety. You keep thinking about possible problems and your mind doesn't relax. You might say, I feel anxious because you were always worried about the result.
Yes, and when these feelings continue, you can start to feel stuck. You want to move forward, but something inside you is holding you back. You don't take action because you are not sure if you can succeed.
Exactly, and I think many people can relate to this small moment. You think, I want to try, but I don't believe I can. That sentence shows the conflict between your desire and your doubt.
And that conflict can feel very tiring. You want to grow, but your thoughts stop you. It's not a physical problem, it's something happening inside your mind.
Yeah, and even though it feels complicated, you can describe it with simple sentences. You can say, I feel nervous when you are not calm, or I feel insecure when you don't believe in yourself.
You can also say, I feel anxious when you worry too much, and I feel stuck when you can't move forward. These sentences are simple, but they describe very real emotions.
Exactly, and when you can name these feelings, you start to understand them better. And understanding is the first step to changing how you respond to self-doubt.
So now the important question is, how can we deal with self-doubt? I think the first step is to accept your feelings. When you feel unsure or nervous, you don't need to fight it immediately. You can simply say, this is how I feel right now, and allow yourself to experience it without judgment.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes we try to ignore self-doubt, but it doesn't really go away. It's better to understand it and be patient with yourself. That way, the feeling becomes less strong over time.
Exactly. And another helpful step is to focus on small wins. You don't need to do something big to feel confident. Even a small success can help you feel better about yourself. That's why it's important to start small and build step by step.
Right, and I think stopping comparison is also very important. When you compare yourself to others, you often feel less confident, but everyone has their own journey, so it's better to focus on your own progress.
Yes, and when you focus on yourself, you can see your improvement more clearly. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to move forward little by little.
Exactly, and taking action is key. Even if you feel unsure, doing something small can help you feel stronger. Action builds confidence, not the other way around.
That's right, and sometimes we wait until we feel confident before we act. But in reality, confidence comes after action, so even a small step can make a big difference.
Yeah, and you can support yourself with simple sentences. You can say, I can try when you feel unsure but still want to take action, or I can improve when you believe you can get better over time.
You can also say, I can learn when you want to grow from your experience. And I believe in myself, even if it's just a little at the beginning.
These sentences are simple, but they are very powerful. They help you change how you think and how you feel.
So, dealing with self-doubt is not about removing it completely. It's about understanding it, taking small steps, and slowly building your confidence.
Exactly. And step by step, you will start to trust yourself more and more.
All right, now let's review some important vocabulary from today's episode. These words will help you talk about self-doubt and confidence in a simple and natural way. We'll give you the meaning, an example, and then you can repeat after us.
The first word is doubt. Doubt means not being sure or not believing something. Example, I doubt myself sometimes. Now repeat after me. Doubt.
The second word is confidence. Confidence means believing in yourself. Example, I feel more confident now. Repeat after me. Confidence.
Next is fear. Fear is the feeling of being afraid. Example, I feel fear when I try something new. Repeat after me. Fear.
The fourth word is mistake. A mistake is something you do wrong. Example, I made a mistake, but I learned from it. Repeat after me. Mistake.
Next is compare. Compare means to look at differences between yourself and others. Example, I compare myself to others. Repeat after me. Compare.
The next word is try. Try means to make an effort to do something. Example, I will try again. Repeat after me. Try.
Next is improve. Improve means to get better. Example, I want to improve my English. Repeat after me. Improve.
And the last word is believe. Believe means to feel sure that something is true. Example, I believe in myself. Repeat after me. Believe.
These words are very useful when you talk about your thoughts and feelings. Try to use them in simple sentences every day.
Yes, and remember, simple English is enough. Just speak clearly and honestly. Now let's move to a short speaking practice together. All right, now it's time to practice speaking together. This is a very important step because speaking helps you become more confident. Try to say the sentences out loud with us, even if it feels a little uncomfortable at first. Don't worry about mistakes, just focus on expressing your ideas.
Yes, and try to repeat each sentence slowly and clearly. If you can, say it 2 times. These sentences are simple, but they are very useful in real life. Okay, let's begin.
I believe in myself.
I can try.
I can improve.
I am learning.
I am getting better.
Great job. These sentences are simple, but they help you build confidence step by step. When you say them, you are not only practicing English, but also changing how you think.
Now let's move to 2 speaking questions. You can pause the video and answer them in your own words. Try to keep your answers simple and natural.
Question 1. When do you feel self-doubt?
Question 2. What helps you feel more confident?
Pause the video now and take your time to answer. Even 1 or 2 sentences are enough. The goal is to practice speaking and express your thoughts.
Yes, and remember, every time you speak, you are improving. Step by step, your English will become more natural and more confident. Now let's move to the final part of our episode.
So, before we finish today's episode, let's take a moment to reflect on what we talked about. Self-doubt is a normal feeling, and everyone experiences it at some point. It doesn't mean something is wrong with you, and it doesn't define who you are. It's just a feeling that comes and goes.
Yeah, and I think it's important to remember that you are more capable than you think. Sometimes your mind tells you that you are not good enough, but that is not always true. You have the ability to learn, grow, and improve step by step.
Exactly. And you don't need to wait until you feel completely confident. You can start even when you feel unsure. Confidence often comes after you take action, not before. Right. And here's a simple question for you to think about. What is one thing you want to try, even if you feel unsure? It doesn't have to be something big, just something meaningful to you.
And if you'd like to share, you can comment below, I will try, and complete the sentence. It's a great way to practice your English and also take a small step forward.
If you've ever felt self-doubt, give this video a like. It helps us know that this topic is meaningful to you, and it helps us create more content like this.
Don't forget to subscribe to EasyTalk English for more real-life conversations that help you improve your English step by step. We're really happy to have you here with us.
Let's end with one simple idea. You don't need to be perfect to start.
You just need to believe a little more in yourself.